Copper coins believed to date back centuries were discovered during the renovation work on a road in the Marukarampale area in Vavuniya.
The copper coins were discovered while constructing a drainage system on the road from Tandikulam to Kalmadu this morning. District Secretary of Vavuniya, Major General Bandula Harishchandra said that the copper coins were discovered concealed in a clay pot that was unearthed from the ground. Around 100 copper coins were discovered. Major General Bandula Harishchandra said that the copper coins are to be handed over to the Department of Archaeology to determine the exact time period they belong to.
சற்று முன்னர் நூற்றுக்கணக்கான நாணயங்கள் கொண்ட புகைப்படத்தை பார்க்கக்கூடியதாக இருந்தது. இந்த நாணயங்கள்
We can clearly identify three types of coins. We can assume that they belong to the 11th and 12th century or the Polonnaruwa era. That is during the reign of King Parakramabahu I and King Vijayabahu. There can be coins that belong to the Jaffna era over here. This is a collection of coins from many areas.
எதிர்காலத்தில் அந்த நாணயங்கள் ஆய்வுக்கு உட்படுத்தப்படும் போது மேலும் பல உண்மைகள் வெளிவரும் என்று நம்புகின்றேன்.
The farmers' pension scheme, which has come under much controversy, was relaunched today under the auspices of President Mahinda Rajapaksa.
The function was held at the Magam Ruhunupura International Conference Hall in Hambantota.
තවත් දියුණු කරන්න ඕන හින්දා තමයි අපි මොරගහගන්ද කැකිරිවේ බඩ වෙහෙරගල.
We have developed a large number of paddy fields and farmlands in areas such as Murugahakanda, Kakirihebada, Veheragala and Umaoya. Farmers have been assigned to paddy fields. You are reaping the benefits. We have given you the freedom to exercise your rights in engaging in farming activities. Because of the victory we were able to achieve after 30 years, we have been able to provide the farming community in the north with all the equipment and facilities required for their farming activities. We are committed to taking care of you at all times.
ඔබ රැකගන්න අපි හැම වෙලාවෙම බැඳිලා ඉන්නවා.
UNP parliamentarian Sajid Premadasa says that Sri Lankans have failed to achieve peace and unity.
He made this statement at an event held in Veerakatia today.
This event was organized to present concessionary loans to 100 women from Mulkirigala Veerakatia under the Janasuvaya program. We are happy about the war victory, but I wish to say that although we have won the war, we have not won peace. Although we have won the war, we have not won unity in our country. The government that rule the country says that we must defeat the resolution that will be brought in Geneva on war crimes. The tiny provincial government in Northern Province is saying that we must definitely assist the resolution to make inquiries into war crimes. An event to present concessionary loans to women from Maha Ara in Hambantota was held last evening too.
Former England captain Michael Atherton criticized the proposed draft by England, India and Australia to restructure the International Cricket Council. Now, we encountered a technical difficulty when airing this particular story in question at the start of the news bulletin. However, my producer just informed me a short while ago that the story is ready to air. Let's take a look at the comments made by Michael Atherton, former England cricket captain, and also several others who objected to the ICC draft proposal.
The proposed draft calling for an overhaul of the administration and revenue distribution of the ICC was compiled by a working group of the ICC's Finance and Commercial Affairs Committee. Cricket fans in Bangladesh have staged demonstrations in protest against the draft. According to foreign media reports, over 1,000 people participated in this human chain demonstration. Senior lecturer at the University of Sri Jayawardenepura, Anuruddha Pradeep, says that Sri Lanka cricket should also consider public opinion when it expresses its stance either in favour or against the draft. Speaking as a guest on the Inside Sports program telecast on Sirasa TV last night, Pradeep said that priority should be given to cricket and not to money. The challenge facing cricket at the moment is transforming this into a world sport. Although we speak of a World Cup, there is a truth that we all accept. That truth is that there are a limited number of countries that play the sport. Only several English-speaking countries or former British colonies play the sport. We must go beyond this and take the sport to a different position. But what I can see here is that through this draft, they are attempting to limit it to several high-level teams among the few that do play the sport and create exclusion instead of spreading the sport. Former England captain Michael Atherton has also condemned the draft, comparing the move by the so-called Big Three to the dark days of the Imperial Cricket Conference, a predecessor of the modern-day ICC. In a severe critique published on his newspaper column, Atherton also noted that politics, race and personalities interfere with decision-making in the ICC at every turn. Former New Zealand captain Martin Crowe too has joined the opposition against the controversial ICC revamp plan, despite his country pledging support to the plan. In an email addressed to the ICC president and compatriot Alan Isaac, Crowe pointed out that this redraft would place the administration of the ICC under the prerogative of India, Australia and England, noting that he endorses wholeheartedly the letter addressed to the ICC by former President Ehsan Mani and other former top cricket administrators. On the 20th of this month, Sports Minister Mahinda Nandalutgamage too reiterated that Sri Lanka as a nation is opposed to the revamp plan. There are another 7 countries on the other side. This is being put forward by 3 countries. It is 7-3. Thereby, I do not believe that any of the other countries will allow for this proposal to go through for any reason. If they do, it is a serious problem. Have the authorities at SLC gone against the position of the Minister of Sports in this matter? If they do, does that mean that the authorities at SLC hold more power than the Minister of Sports?
Speaking at an event held at the UNP party office in Kotahena, MP Ravi Karunanayaka commented on the drug menace.
At a juncture when you cannot buy a packet of milk in the country, they have created the opportunity to buy a packet of narcotics. We must be saddened by the fact that there is such an administration in this Sinhalese Buddhist country. There is no question of allegiances to color or political parties in this matter. It is about protecting our innocent children. I remind you that it is our responsibility to unite and join this fight.
Sri Lankan opener Kaushal Silva has reached his maiden test cricket today on day 2 of the first test against Bangladesh in Mirpur. Bangladesh, who took first least of the wicket, were bowled out for 232 runs in their first innings on day 1 yesterday. Sri Lanka resumed play on day 2 with an overnight score of 60 for no loss. Dimuth Karunaratne and Kaushal Silva frustrated the Bangladeshi bowlers, hammering them to all corners of the park. Both Lankan openers reached their half-centuries with ease. However, their opening stand of 118 runs was brought to an end when Shakib Al Hassan got the better of Dimuth Karunaratne. Karunaratne was dismissed for 53 runs. The dismissal only brought more concern to the hosts as Silva was joined at the crease by Kumar Sangakkara. Kaushal Silva then reached a milestone in the long format of the game, scoring his maiden test century.
Nicola, did you know that Sri Lanka's strong showing at the Risfonia Games continued today, and the men's football team secured bronze in the tournament? Now, the Risfonia Games are equivalent to the Commonwealth Games played among former Portuguese colonies. Sri Lanka cruised to an easy 3-0 win over Macau, with goals coming in at regular intervals. We keep a close track on the weather. Let's take a look at your city-by-city forecast.
And that's a wrap of your primetime news bulletin for today. Thank you for joining us. For the Newsfirst team, I'm Nicola Dizoiza.
And I'm Shamir Rasoldin. Join us again tomorrow, same time, same place. Till then, take care and good night.
Good night.
Newsfirst at 9.
Hotline
0114 896 896. www.newsfirst.lk. Feedback at newsfirst.lk.